My name's Katie. I am a powerlifter and I'm also co-president of Empower, which is the female lifting and weight training society, and kind of encouraging taking up space in the gym. So part of my powerlifting, I'm part of SUPL and I compete for the university at competitions. I'm mainly a powerlifter and on top of that kind of weight training and weight lifting, and you normally find me in the gym picking up heavy circles for fun. It's kind of our thing. But that involves competitions, so that's like a squat, a bench and a deadlift. And you compete to kind of get your heaviest weight, 3 attempts of all, and it's all to like professional standards and professional kit and things. I actually never deadlifted this time last year, and a lot of people can't really believe that, considering I've done a comp and I'm kind of lifting all of these big weights and people are super impressed. And when I tell them this time last year, I'd never done it before. I actually ended up joining Empower because I saw a poster on the back of the toilet door in Jubilee Gym and kind of took a whim and thought, I think this would be pretty cool. I might meet some like-minded people. I went along and I met an amazing group of girls, and the 2 girls that ran it, Taylor and Hallie, were absolutely amazing. Made me feel super at ease, kind of learned some new techniques, learned how to squat, learned how to deadlift, and then slowly built that up through Jubilee and just kind of building confidence going in there. My relationship with sport is a lot better than it had been, because I used to be really nervous, and also owning it as well, because I still get the comments where I might walk in and someone might say, oh, what do you do? Which we actually had quite recently at the team photos. Someone said, oh, so what's your sport? And we said, oh, we powerlift. And they said, oh, really? Or you powerlift is kind of the reaction that I might get. And that's because, you know, outside of that context, and if you're not in the gym and you're not pulling those weights, there's that assumption that because you're smaller or because you are female as well, that you can't be that too. It's just kind of overcoming it and owning it and going, yeah, I am a power lifter. And a lot of people are normally really respectful and super impressed, bless them, and they're like, oh, you're lifting twice my body weight, which is really cool. Competing is really, really fun, and I remember I did my first one in November and I was super nervous because it's a room full of really strong people. And this competition, there was kind of, you know, there was like a 70-30 way up between males and females in the room. It was just kind of going in there and getting over that fear of lifting in front of people as well, because there's like a spectator bit with lots of chairs, and you go up and everyone is super supportive and everyone kind of like cheers you on. It's really, really great. They're kind of the fun experiences, is like when you hit a PR or a record in front of everyone, or like you're with your group training, like where we're up at Wide Lane with powerlifting, and everyone's kind of cheering each other on, supporting each other is always really, really fun. So with powerlifting, there is a balance in the sport in that there is quite a few women, there is quite a few males, quite a few other people as well. It is predominantly a male-dominated sport, so there is that kind of stigma of coming in and, you know, being muscular and being seen as masculine because you lift heavy weights. So that's one of the challenges, was getting over kind of this intimidation in the gym, which isn't partly, you know, no one is sat there going, you shouldn't be here, you shouldn't be doing this. It's kind of the fear of thinking that's a big scary section, and that's something that you don't often see. And also people telling you what to do is quite a harsh one. I've had someone tell me to bicep curl in front of a mirror. I've had people pick apart my form on certain lifts, and that's another challenge, is knowing when you can kind of accept help and when people are there for genuine reasons, but also learning to tell people to kind of back off a little bit, I think was quite a hard challenge, and kind of owning that you are part of that sport as well. There's a lot of things that we're less excited and kind of confident in trying, and I think especially these kind of sports that seem quite intimidating at first and that are quite traditionally not taken up by women. So especially, you know, things like powerlifting, it is that muscular appearance. It is, you know, I've had a few people say to me, I want to tone up but I don't want to gain muscle, and kind of breaking that stigma around how training can help you to feel more confident and more strong, and how that doesn't always necessarily link to appearance and what other people think of you as well, and that you can be strong in confidence and go in and kind of take up space and do what you love and find out what you enjoy from it. Just take up space. That's one of the hardest lessons I had to overcome with weight training, is just going into a gym and feeling like I belong and that I deserve to be there. And also that not everyone is kind of watching you. That can be one of the hardest things, is you might go in and because you're afraid or a little bit anxious, you're a bit worried that everyone's watching you and you're kind of in the spotlight, and most of the time you're not. And some people can be really, really nice, and the gym community is amazing once you get to know the right people. I give a little shout out to both my societies. We've got Empower and SUPL. SUPL is great, and yet again, another one that can be quite intimidating because a lot of the people are quite large and we are quite muscular, but I promise you we are all really, really super friendly, and it is really fun. And even if you're a beginner, that's another thing, like a lot of weight training and powerlifting can be quite intimidating at first if you think, oh, I don't know how to lift this, or I'm worried I'm going to look stupid. But I promise you, more than welcome, and everyone is so supportive that we will help you out with everything we possibly can and shout you on when you're getting your PRs. Empower obviously is kind of the female empowerment. We also have people that are kind of a diverse range of genders and identities, and anyone is kind of welcome. We have PT-led sessions. We kind of encourage form and technique work, and that's to encourage you to take it away and then be able to do that kind of in your gyms and quite confidently by your own.